Have you ever heard a story and enjoyed it so much you wished you'd never heard it, just so you could hear it again for the first time? The first time is magical, right? Doesn't matter how many times you hear it again, it's never quite as good. This is your chance to hear something truly amazing for the first time. You'll only get this chance once, so don't blow it. I want you to get the most out of this. So you're going to have to trust me. Do exactly as you're told. If you're not alone right now, then turn this off immediately. Magic, real magic, is shy of company. It's not going to happen if you're listening to this in a crowded coffee shop or sitting on a packed train. Only listen from here if you're alone. Good. We've started now. Now I need you to do a few more things for me. Just a few small things. Think of this as an instruction manual, a process you have to follow if you want a thing to work. I'm not trying to be pushy or boss you around just for the sake of it. I just want this to work for you. Go somewhere you can close the door behind you and listen to this without being disturbed. It doesn't matter where. Your bedroom will do, or a toilet. Anywhere you can go without someone walking in on you. And like I said, close the door after you. So, here we are. Or rather, there you are. I really hope you're enjoying this so far. I know nothing has actually happened yet, but aren't you excited? Is your curiosity growing larger and larger? Enjoy this. This is the only time you can feel what you are feeling right now. The wonder of what's going to happen, the half-formed conclusions some of you may already have made. All of this can only happen once, can only happen now, can only happen the first time. Some of the magic has already begun. You are alone in a room, true, but you are also unified with all of the people who have ever done this before you, and all of those who will do it after you. Can you feel each other? Perhaps you feel silly about this whole thing, or maybe you feel privileged. You are each a part of an invisible crowd, gathered together outside of time, listening to the same words. Don't worry, that's not the punch of it. And this certainly isn't a joke. I'm not here to waste your time with talk of the metaphysical. And to prove it, we'll move on. I take it there's light in your chosen room, or you would have a hard time seeing the screen, right? Come on, you can answer me if I ask you a question. In fact, you have to answer me if you want this to work. I'll ask you again. Answer this time, loud and clear. Don't be afraid. Just say, right. Now, everybody, let's all play along. All I want is one little spoken word in exchange for all the words I've given you so far. Remember, I'm doing this for you. This is the only chance you'll get, and I want it to work. Answer my question. Well done. You might have felt silly saying it out loud, but there's nobody here to hear you, and what harm has been done? Now you can continue to enjoy this, knowing that you followed the instructions perfectly. And when you follow instructions perfectly, things tend to work. Do whatever it takes to get your room as dark as possible so that there's just enough light for you to still make me out. Draw the curtains closed, turn off the main light, put on a side light. Better still, light a candle or a flame from a cigarette lighter. I hate to keep reminding you, but it really will be worth it if you do as I say. It would be such a shame for you to miss out, having already come as far as you have. Allow me to describe your scene. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Shall we take a moment to consider that? Usually, when you read something, the scene is described for you, so that you can picture it in your mind. But here you are, hearing your very own scene, in which you are sat in a dark room, all alone, from wherever you chanced upon this magic. What mighty implications! When you were younger, did you ever pretend to yourself that you were a character in a book or a film, and that millions of people read about you and watched what you did? Perhaps the pretense was real. Don't worry, though. That's not the magic I spoke of earlier. Enjoy this moment. Here it comes. Here comes the magic. Very quickly, get up off of your bed or chair or place against the wall. Get up and walk over to the door that you closed behind you a few minutes ago. Put your ear against the door and listen. Hold your breath. I wonder if you can hear me. Let me expand on the scene I described a moment ago. You remember the one with you in the dark room reading? Yes, well, outside of that room, on the other side of that closed door, someone you can't see is standing. It's me. I wonder if you can guess my name. The slightly perceptive among you may have already registered the first letters of the subtitle of this video and what they spell. It's the closest I have to a name. Can you hear me breathe? No? Perhaps I'm holding my breath too, with an ear pressed up against the door, trying to hear you. Or perhaps there is one last step, one last instruction you must follow in order to make this magic work. Invite me in. Come now. Come now, don't be bashful. You already spoke to me earlier when you answered my question about the light. All you have to do is ask me to come in. You see, I know you're all alone in there, all by yourself in the dark. And I want to prove to you that the magic works.